How is everyone going? I hope you're enjoying your week. I wanted to send this to you in a video because I didn't get to talk to most of you last week because I was out west, and I'm actually going back east to go ice fishing this weekend, so I won't be there this weekend either. So I just kind of wanted to give you some things to think about as we're heading into February, and most importantly, that the February meeting that we're going to have, and then just continuing to meet because we're going to strategize over the next few months, potentially years, however long it takes. And here's what we're going to strategize: adult maturity movement. We want to help people go from one place to the next. Every single person that walks through our doors is somewhere. We need to figure out where that is. So I'll give you some insight as to our vision and kind of what we're using as a platform. So David a few weeks ago shared with us this video series that you can watch on CrossFit, and it's this gentleman's journey through CrossFit. And he walks into CrossFit, and instantly their first priority is to figure out where he is just in terms of this physical health ladder that they have, and then based on where he is, they give him a game plan that what is going to be the most effective strategy for him moving from where he is to where he wants to be. And in truth, if you think about that, it's so genius, because if I were to walk into the same gym that Arnold Schwarzenegger is walking into, obviously him and I cannot use the same game plan. Mine would be much more intense than his, I'm guessing. But obviously, each one of us can't fit under this umbrella of this is how we help people. And that's why discipleship, when Jesus was here and in Acts, was so personal. It was so one-on-one based, or it was small groups, because it was helping these people, specifically where they were, get to where they want to be. And that's what we want to do with the adults at our East location, Fountain Springs, and just here in the Black Hills in general, because everyone is somewhere. We want to help them get to somewhere specific, though. There's a lot of people that they attend on a regular basis, but they attend and they enjoy, but they're not willing, or they haven't yet made any sort of movement with this relationship with God. And as all of you guys know, especially when it comes to relationships, there needs to be some sort of movement. Otherwise, if it's just stagnant, it's nothing. So that's why we want to start helping people, and we want to hone in on how we disciple. We want to strategize with that, and you guys are truthfully my team as to how we're going to do this at our East location. So there's something I wanted to share with you also, and I'll share this again when we meet. If I can open up my binder, and now it's backwards. We've kind of tried to simplify this roadmap of where people are, and we've put it into 4 sections, and there's different layers to this, but truthfully each one of us could fit under 4 sections. There's the lost, there's the connected, there's the follower, and there's the disciple, or discipler, excuse me. Lost, there may be people who come to Fountain Springs who know nothing really about God, but we all know lost. We all know people who are lost, who just don't have that relationship, don't really know anything. They're just kind of lost. And there are the connected. There are people who are attending every single week. They may be serving, they may be in a group, they may be doing something, but truthfully there's no relationship there. They're doing it more because they were told to, or maybe because it feels good to be connected. They like being around people, and they like feeling connected, but there's not much of a relationship there. And again, there's some layers to that. Follower, somebody who is connected, they have a relationship with God, and they are following God. And then, of course, discipler, somebody who they have a relationship with God, but they are also actively pouring into somebody else's life. That is ultimately what we want to help people get to. We want to make disciples. That's what God sent us here to do. That's what we want to do. The problem is we have been trying to fit everybody into this one program that doesn't work, because we truthfully did not know where people were to begin with. You can't teach a follower the same thing you can teach someone who's lost. You can't have the same conversations. You can't ask some of the same questions because that's not meeting them where they are. So we need to begin by meeting people where they are. So the question I want to ask you guys, that I would like you to bring February 6th when we come and gather together and start this whole journey together, is who do you know that is in each one of these categories? I want you guys to pick somebody that you know that is, okay, I would consider them lost. I'd consider them connected, but they don't have that good of a relationship. I'd consider them a follower. They have a good relationship, but they're not actively discipling somebody. And then somebody that you consider a discipler. I told Todd this. I would say that I'm on the very end of follower right by disciple. Because truthfully, I've had a good relationship with God for a long time. I've been following Him, but I haven't been actively discipling people. Like I feel like God is now asking me to. I'll speak from stage. If someone asks me questions, I'll answer them. But I've never really grabbed somebody and said, hey, I want to start having coffee with you. I want to start meeting with you. I want to start really, starting this dialogue, have this friendship, this relationship, where I can help you walk out a better understanding and relationship with God. And that's what we want people to get to. So identifying some people that we know are somewhere on this ladder, identifying where they are. That way we can help game plan how to help them get from one to the next. We're not going to be able to go from lost to discipler. If they're at a 0, we're not going to be able to get them to a 20 right away. But what are some of the questions? What are some of the conversations? What's some of the access that we give somebody somewhere over here that they can begin getting to over here? I want you to identify and bring some people that you know are there, with some backup as to why you believe that, and just then we're gonna start brainstorming. How do we move them? But then I also want you guys to spend some time and ask God, okay, what would you consider me? Am I a disciple? Am I actively bringing people along with me? Am I actively engaging in this discipleship, or am I maybe more of a follower? Or just identify where you are, because we want to start with us. We want us to move. I want to move closer to being a better discipler for God. I want you guys to do the same, and I want us to bring everyone along with us. So those are some things I want you to be thinking about over the next few weeks as we meet after the Vikings Super Bowl victory that Tuesday. But I love you guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.